Welcome to the 69 News Netcast. I'm Hasiel Cordoba. If you weren't watching 69 News at noon, here's a bit of what you missed. Investigators spent hours at a crime scene in Reading yesterday, but it remains a mystery as to why they were there. Neighbors reported hearing gunshots in the area of South 8th and Franklin Streets Tuesday night, and the next morning, police arrested two 20-year-old men in the area. They say they found drugs and a firearm, but there's no word if the arrests are connected to the investigation. Investigators focused their attention inside a building on Franklin Street and on a car that was partially covered with a tarp. One woman who lived nearby said she was surprised by the scene.
Absolutely, yeah, but in Reading, it's sad. This usually happens when there's something.
Authorities tell a social media post about the deaths at a home there has been getting a lot of attention, but the coroner's office says it has not been called to a home or any hospitals in relation to the investigation. Meantime, authorities say a language barrier prompted a heavy police presence in Lehigh County. This was a scene just after 10 last night on Pryden Drive in Whitehall Township. Several squad cars responded to what they thought was a shots fired call, and officers could be seen entering the front of the home with their guns drawn. But the police chief says the call was actually for a burglary in progress, and the language barrier led to the misunderstanding. No one was hurt and no arrests were made. President Trump pitched his tax reform plan in central Pennsylvania yesterday. During a 40-minute speech near Harrisburg, he said his plan would help the middle class. WFMZ's Amanda Van Allen was there.
President Donald Trump shared a plane with Congressman Lloyd Smucker, who represents Reading, as he came to Dauphin County to talk tax reform.
We want lower taxes, bigger paychecks, and more jobs.
At the National Guard base near Harrisburg, he pushed his plan to an invite-only crowd. He says the plan will help everyone in America, but mainly blue-collar workers.
Our plan goes from 8 tax brackets down to 4, expands the zero tax bracket greatly, expands the child tax credit, repeals the estate tax and special interest tax breaks, cuts the corporate tax rate from much more and equal to 35% tax and brings it all the way down to 20%.
The president touched on several groups that could benefit from his tax reform plan, but the people he focused on most were truckers.
For the many American truckers who file taxes as sole proprietors, S corporations or partnerships, we will cap your top tax rate at a maximum of 25%, substantially lower than what you're paying now.
He even gave a shout out to a trucking company from East Earl, Lancaster County, near the Berks County line.
In the crowd today, we have Calvin Ewell and his son, Steve.
While the president focused on all the pros, critics say there are many cons. They say the plan is a disguise for huge tax cuts for the wealthy and will add trillions of dollars to the deficit. During the speech, the president still didn't clear up which specific income brackets the cuts would benefit most, but the supporters here believe it will be them. Amanda Van Allen, 69 News.
And for more local news, watch 69 News or get updates here at WFMZ.com. With the 69 News Netcast, I'm Hasiel Cordoba.